Hi traders, we're looking at trading the beginner strategy on the Australian US dollar, and this is a 4-hour chart we're currently looking at. You can see we're in a nice downtrend. You can see the broken fractal marking this key area. You can see price has broken through a key level of support. Moving over to the 30-minute chart now. So now have a look at the direction. You can see market direction is down, broke this down fractal, and you can see where the direction will change up. Price broke that up fractal. Having a look at the 5-minute chart, I've just got caught off guard here. We've got a potential setup, so I've just put an order in 93.53 area. Just modify this, put a stop loss in. So we're looking for a break of this down fractal. You can see we've had the retracement. The up fractal was broken. That's the retracement, and we've got a down fractal that's just formed. So you can see the entry and the stop loss above the last up fractal. Okay, we've added the spread for a sell, and the take profit, we're looking at the S3 pivot. So just modify our order 93.24 area. Here again, just add the spread for take profit when we're looking to sell. Okay, so that's our target. So we've got an entry, stop, and take profit area. We're looking for price to now fill us. So we're looking for a break to the downside. Very close now. You can see that down fractal. Price is slowly approaching the level. Alright, so we've just been taken in on the trade, and we're looking for a move lower to our take profit level. So have a look at the 30-minute chart here. Okay, you can see we've broken to the downside. That's where the market changes to the upside. There's a 4-hour chart. You can see price broken down nicely. Okay, so nice downtrend on the larger time frame. So back to the 5-minute, you can see the open order currently down about 1.6 pips. We've broken through this area of support. So you can see that candle close. You can see how price is held previously as support, and then resistance, then back as support. Now we're using it as resistance. So that's good for the trade. And we're looking for a move lower. Currently 4.5 pips up. Have a look at this area right here. This is a key level of support. Now we need to see price close below this level if we want the trade to work out for us. Currently up close on 6 pips. So that area is the next problematic area that I'm watching closely before we can get paid. Okay, price is still moving down nicely. I'm expecting a potential bounce at this base of support. You can see we've already had 2 bounces already, so sellers will be taking profit at this level. So we want to just eye out this level closely. We still have a full amount of risk in the trade. Okay, so we haven't been able to reduce any risk. Watching this base of support closely here. 8 pips up at the moment. Looking to see what price does at this level. Currently 9 pips up on the trade. We need to see a close below this level, so that's what we're watching for now. So there's the bounce. You can see price has respected that level. Just have a look at the 15-minute chart. So we've had, let's zoom this up, had a nice little bearish candle there, close below that area of support. You can see how it's held as support and resistance. Close below the level. That's good for the trade. There's the 30-minute chart, still showing signs of a bit of weakness there, and there's the hourly. Okay, now we've got a little inside candle which can be a bullish signal. Just shows its sign, or it could be bullish or bearish, but just something I want to pay attention to. Okay, 5-minute chart again. See this level here holding as resistance. We really need to see the sellers come in at this level now if we want price to obviously move low. Okay, we can see we've now had this close above this level of support. Now that's not good for the trade. Okay, you're currently down about 6-7 pips at the moment. Really need to see price close back below this base of support. Just waiting to see what price does. 15-minute chart, you can see we've had the close. Looking for price to now use this level as resistance. Okay, watch your closes. Remember, the higher the time frame the close, the more valid it is. 5 minutes holding at support. Okay, 15-minute chart hasn't closed below the level, so we still have a good chance of the trade working out. We just want to see some selling pressure come in now. Market direction still down on the 30-minute. Back to the 5-minute here. Now we could potentially get some risk out of this trade if we get a second candle closing now. I'll look to modify this order and reduce the risk on the trade, okay? And this is where your risk reward is going to start improving, where you can start getting your average risk reward up, okay? So although sometimes you start with slightly skewed risk reward, as long as you get that risk down, the overall profit potential always looks better. So 93.67, added the spread into that, so it's 64, and I'm using it at 3 pip because the spread is variable. So we're just waiting for that second candle to close, and then we'll modify our stop loss. Alright, there's the second candle close, so we'll modify that. You'll see the stop loss come down. Now we've reduced the risk on the trade, which is good. So now we want to see the sellers, if they can take the lows out, okay? Currently about scratch on the trade. See minus 0.2. Alright, so you see how that level's held as resistance. We closed below. Price came back, used it as resistance. Now price is having a go down towards this base of support. We're currently about 4.5, 5 pips up at the moment. And we really need to see that level hold. We've got a little down trend line here as well. You can see price has respected that level a good few times. So we're just watching this key base now. So we're currently 9 pips up, 10 pips up. Looking for the sellers to push price lower here. Okay, 12 pips up. Price is it's looking good. Now we want to see a close. If we can see a nice bearish close below this level, just highlight this area right here. A nice bearish close. That will be very good for the trade, because then we can potentially use it as resistance, okay? So at the moment, you can see we're testing that level now for the 4th time, pressuring it, looking for that close. Alright, so we've had a close, but look at the actual close versus the level of support. It's not very exciting in terms of heavy selling pressure, okay? Now we're going to try and see if we can get price hold as resistance there. You can see this 15-minute chart, nice bearish looking candle, but straight into a level of support, okay? So if we're going to see bids or buyers come in, this would be the area that I would expect them in. It's not much of a close just yet. You see that 30-minute also closed down. However, no convincing close. You see the 5-minute. We're now using that base of support, using it as resistance. Currently 14 pips up on the trade. We're looking for a nice surge lower, okay? Still waiting for some selling pressure. I would have really liked to have seen that bearish candle, the previous one, just close a bit heavier below that level, which we haven't had. But let's see, we're currently 17, 18 pips on the trade. It's looking good now. See if the momentum will carry forward. So our take profit, remember we've added the spread. We need the price to move about 11 pips more, and hopefully we can get taken out for a profit on this trade. Remember, we're in a big downtrend on the 4-hour chart as well as the 30-minute. So we've got multiple time frame confirming the trend. See this level here? I don't like how price is stalled out like this. It's still not convincingly closed below the level. A little hammer candle, rejection candle there. There's no sort of real key support down here, so I'm still happy to hold this trade for now. And currently about 15 pips up on the trade. Looking for a little surge low. You can see we need about 15 pips or so to go. Currently up about 15, so 17 pips, 18 pips. Look at that last surge lower. If we can get that, that'll be good for the for the trade. We haven't been able to take any more risk out of the trade just yet, but risk has been reduced at least, so at least we're not losing the full percentage of what we're risking. Alright, so you can see that it's flashing green and we're close to our take profit, 20 pips on the table at the moment. So on that last surge lower now, less than 10 pips to go. If we can just get some nice selling pressure coming in here, we can get taken out. Quite a big move already for the day, so this is not one of those sort of A plus trades. I would like to have sort of caught the trade from the beginning of the move. Always riskier when prices traveled so far in the session. So we're approaching that daily S3 pivot, currently 20 pips up. We had a nice close, that's good for the trade. I want to see a little bit more pressure come in now, and hopefully we can get paid. So we've got that level that held as support for quite a while to protect us in terms of resistance. Okay, so we need to see this level now hold as resistance. You can see we're currently up about 9 pips at the moment. Market is bouncing back 6 pips. You can see it's spiking up now, finding a level of resistance. The next area up was this little downtrend line. Only had a few more pips to go, but you can see we've right back up, only 5 pips up now. I want to see this level hold. If we can see this area of resistance push price back below the second level. Okay, so we've had this bullish close. It's like a bullish engulfing candle. It's not looking too good at the moment. Also on the 15-minute chart, look at the rejection, this little hammer. We've managed to close right back inside the range. Okay, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign for the trade. 30-minute chart, we haven't had a close yet, however, is right back up. You see this area that we highlighted, held as support, and then used it as resistance briefly, and now it looks like we're going to use this level as support once again. And if we do see that hold as support, you can see how price is bouncing off this level now. We likely get that stop taken out. Okay, now if we can get a nice close below this level, I'll be very happy. Still though pushing me back, right back in the range there. You can see we've got a fractal that's now popped up, so I'm going to look at reducing the risk. If we get the second candle close now, I'm going to modify and get that risk right down. So we still, at the moment, we've got about 14 pips of risk. We can modify that right down now. You can see we've managed to really reduce the risk on the trade, and we only have 4 pips of risk in this trade. Okay, so in terms of the risk reward, we're currently 12 pips up, risking only 4 pips. We really need to see that level of support holding. It's still holding. 15-minute chart is starting to look bullish now with those rejection candles holding above that level of support now. 30-minute chart also starting to look a little bit on the bullish side. We now have 2 candles closed on the right hand side, so you can see the market direction will change at that up fractal. However, will be taken out on the trade before the market direction changes. Okay, currently 6 and a bit, almost 7 pips up. It's not looking very exciting at the moment. You can see that level holding a support now. Price is pushing back up into that resistance level. We just couldn't hold that highlighted level that we had. We couldn't hold below the level. Okay, so just indication that we've got some buyers coming into the market. And this looks like we're going to get taken out here. So we've got this trend line in this base of resistance right here. You can see support holding as resistance and then resistance again. So that's really our last line of defense. But it's not looking good. I think we're going to get stopped on this. Currently down 1.6 pips at the moment, and still looking very bullish. You can see this candle hasn't closed yet, but it's looking very strong here. Alright, so there's the close. You see it's closed right above that area of resistance. Another indication that the bulls are more in control now. And there you go, we've just been stopped out. Okay, so there's the closed order, and you can see the entry, the stop, take profit, and we got stopped out. It was £400 or 4 pips. Okay, so we managed to at least get quite a lot of risk out on the trade, only 4 pips down. And just a quick recap, you can see the market direction was down. We broke this down fractal after retracement, and our target was that daily S3 pivot. So that was the beginner strategy for the 11th of June 2013.